Hi guys, let's make this cute small trinket dish which is very easy to keep anywhere, and you can keep your day-to-day accessories inside this. It's very cute, very minimalistic, and very easy to make even for absolute beginners.
We are going to be using this 3mm 4mm yarn. Use a 3.2.5mm yarn. If you want, you can use a more smaller one. It's totally up to you. Scissor, needle, which is like one of the most important part because you need it to sew your ends and stuff if you have any endings. And let's begin. So to begin, we are going to be making a magic circle first. Go ahead and make the magic circle. It's there in many of my videos. If you want, you can also go ahead and watch a tutorial that I have uploaded on magic circle. So I'm gonna make that magic circle, and now we're gonna be making a total of 10 half double crochet inside that magic circle. So make sure it's really tight because our work should be stiffer to hold that trinket dish really firm and tight. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can pull this to adjust your magic circle, and 10, the last one. Now in order to close that circle, we're going to be pulling that tail, close this magic circle round like that. So 2 loops, take off this loop from that second loop, that is our slip stitch. Make sure your first round is very tight. It has become very sunny all of a sudden, so I can barely see anything, feel a little blind. So after you have securely made a slip stitch, go ahead and make chain 1. I'm really not sure if we made that chain 1 our last stitch. So I think we close our round as far as I remember by making a slip stitch. Go ahead and make chain 1, and then in that very same stitch you're going to be making 2 half double crochet. So in this round it's an increase, it's a 2 half double crochet inside every stitch. I can barely see anything, so yarn over, go ahead inside that stitch. It might be difficult for you to go inside your stitch if your work is very tight, yeah, as I assumed. And we're going to be making, sorry again, doing a single crochet by mistakenly. So we are doing half double crochets. So 2 half double crochet. If you want, you can put a stitch marker in there just to remember your first stitch. As a beginner, I think it would really help. So we are making 2 half double crochets inside every stitch. Go ahead and make your 2 half double crochet inside every stitch. If you have 20, I'm gonna go ahead and count using these V's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Great job. So go ahead and if you see that last one, you can go ahead and make one there as well and slip stitch your round to here. So last one and slip stitching done. Great. So chain 1 to begin our third row. So you can pull this strand to avoid that small hole in the between. And now we're going to be doing our third round, which is quite a little tricky, where we just chain 1 in that very same stitch. We are going to be making a half double crochet. So after your half double crochet, after you have made your half double crochet here, go inside your next stitch and make a double crochet. So this is the tricky part. Sorry. Make your half double crochet. Should be tight. And in that same stitch, make a treble crochet. That same stitch where you made your half double crochet. So basically an increase, but this is the round where your trinket finally starts shaping up like a star. And now go into that next stitch and make a treble crochet again. So not working on the same stitch now, like that. And into the next stitch you will make a double crochet, followed by a half double crochet into that same stitch where you made your double crochet. So again an increase. So it's very simple. Let me just give you a recap. So a half double crochet followed by a double crochet and a treble crochet into same stitch, followed by a treble crochet in one stitch, followed by concluding it with a double crochet and a half double crochet. So this is like a reverse effect for forming the star, with only one treble crochet in between and using the other 2 stitches into the same stitch. So follow this pattern for 5 times. Double crochet into that one stitch, followed by half double crochet into that one stitch, followed by a double crochet into the next, and in that same stitch a treble crochet. So make sure your work is tight, like I said, followed by a treble crochet into the next stitch. And may I remind you that treble crochet should be over there in only one stitch, no need of sharing it with another. Okay, that followed by a double crochet and a half double crochet into that next stitch together. Double crochet and a half double crochet. Like that. Again, follow this for 3 more times. So you should have total of 5 rounds of these, if I am not wrong. Double crochet. So after you're done, you can go ahead and slip stitch these 2 together. It's very simple. There's no need of doing extra drama or anything. So just slip stitch like that. And we're going to be beginning our 4th round. It's very simple. So this next round is a little tricky. So basically it's you can go ahead and put a stitch marker there just to understand that was your first stitch. So that's where I did my slip stitch, right, if I'm not wrong. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a stitch marker right there, like that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do a half double crochet and a double crochet. So I'm gonna do that half double crochet into that same stitch. So go ahead and do your, please focus. So go ahead and do your half double crochet right inside that stitch. Like that. Followed by a double crochet inside that very same stitch. Done. And then followed by a treble crochet into the next stitch. Inside the next stitch, do a treble crochet. Now we are going to be doing something called as picot stitch. So picot stitch is like chain 2, and in the back of these chain 2, skip that first back loop and go into that next back loop, which is this one, and slip stitch. That's your picot stitch, just to give a pointy end to your star. And treble crochet into your next stitch. It's gonna give some sort of gap to your star, but that's all right, it's gonna form a shape, so don't worry about it. So go ahead and make a treble crochet next. Oh sorry, we already made a treble crochet, my bad. Go ahead and make a double crochet next into the next stitch, and to that same stitch make a half double crochet. Make a half double crochet like that. And to end the round, do a slip stitch. No single crochet, a simple slip stitch. So follow this for 4 more times. So starting with a slip stitch again, followed by a half double crochet and a double crochet into that same stitch, followed by a treble crochet into the next, sorry my bad, followed by a picot stitch. So chain 2 and into the skip 1 back loop and into the second back loop, go inside. Just having this trouble. Go inside that back loop and slip stitch like that. And into that next stitch, a treble crochet. Oh, sorry, my bad. I have to chain twice to make the treble crochet. Treble crochet. Followed by a double crochet and a half double crochet into that same stitch. Into the next stitch, I meant. Double crochet and a half double crochet to that same stitch, followed by a slip stitch to end the pattern, to end the row, my bad. So we're going to be just doing this all the way around, so keep doing this. Double crochet followed by a half double crochet. So we have almost reached on the end of our round, so we're going to be taking that slip stitch. We put it just to make sure to find our first stitch and put a slip stitch to it. So go ahead and put a slip stitch on your first stitch. Which was your half double crochet at the beginning of your round. As we already did so slip stitch, and now we are going to be working on the back loops. Begin just chain 1 and work on the back loops of every stitches. So this is the back loop and this is the front loop, so it's going to create that height of our star, in the depth of which we're going to be keeping our things. So go inside the back loop and make single crochet. So we are going to be making single crochet inside every back loops like that. And for the peacock stitch, you can ignore that small loop, go inside that big loop, if that's visible, and you can make a back loop there, like that. Again, coming back here, ignore the small stitch, go inside that big one, and you can make your single crochet there. So you will see it has started to form some border, a depth, a certain sort of depth. So what you can do is you can go ahead and slip stitch your way inside that first stitch, and we are going to be working on more rows of these rounds. So I'm making total of 2 more rows. If you want, you can go ahead and add extra row. So I'm doing a chain 1 and going ahead with continuing my rounds of single crochet. So in these 2 rounds of single crochet, there's no back loop or front loop working, so you can go ahead and simply work on your single crochet on the bloppy side of your star trinket dish. So I'm just making single crochet rounds. So it's gonna you see some depth to it now. So this is making my second rounds of single crochet. So I think I'm really happy with this depth, so I'm just gonna keep it till this much only. So you can see this has quite a lot of depth. If you want, you can go ahead with one more round of single crochet. It's totally up to you, but yeah, let's just wait for the end result. So I'm just going to finish this round of single crochet, and it's very simple. As long as you go towards the end of your row, all you do is you go in that first stitch where you began and you slip stitch your way in. I'm just going to show you. So I'm almost done with this round. I'm doing a last single crochet, and I'm going to go inside that first single crochet where I began, and I am going to slip stitch my round, and I am done. So you can go ahead and take out that loop and cut it, and use a darning needle to secure that end of your row. So like that. So I'm just gonna use this crochet hook itself to secure these the tail, which in order to make sure that later on this tail does not come off and your work doesn't get ruined. So just like that. Yeah, done. If you want, you can cut this tail like that. If you want, you can also cut this tail. So basically we are going to be using just a moment. So this is the bloppy part of the trinket dish. So I'm just going to go ahead and give some shape to it so that it looks like a star, which it is not looking currently at the moment. So I'm just going to give it a proper shape so that it looks like a star. And in order to stiffen your work and stiffen your plate, you can go ahead and use a magic tool, which is a lighter, just to shape up your work. So I am just gonna I'm just gonna show you. So make sure don't burn your yarn. Just to stiffen your work, you're using the lighter to give more stiffiness. As you can see, you can literally see, let me just zoom, these yarn are highlighting these loopy part of the yarn. So just to make your work more stiff and give a firm shape to your work, you're just gonna use the lighter just like that. It's gonna give more definition to it. So be very quick about it, or else you're gonna end up burning your work. So you just don't wanna create a pretty much chaos. Like just like that, simple like that. Yeah, so yeah, just like that. As you can see, it has become like quite firm now, like yeah. And this is why I advise you to use the lighter.
If you want, you can keep
But
all your
if you are
daily
not very
small
fire
pieces of
friendly and you're
jewelry
scared
and
of fire, I would
chapstick,
not advise you to use
even
the
your
lighter.
AirPods
And you can go
in this
ahead
small
and
piece
keep
of
your
trinket
things. I'm
dish.
keeping this
It was an
lighter. You can also
absolute
go ahead
pleasure
and
making
keep
this.
your small
Thank you so
earrings.
much for watching my tutorial and being a part of Trish Crochet family. Like, comment and subscribe.